Allowing people to comment on your post can be a great way of getting feedback on your website and also engaging with your visitors. So here's a post we've created for our site, and our website visitors are able to post a reply and submit that comment to us, and that will appear on the page. So let's put a comment in here and let's submit that comment. And here's a comment that's been submitted. Now you can choose to deactivate comments, so if you don't want to allow people to add comments on your website, you can deactivate them. But you can also change the settings in relation to comments. So you can change the settings so if people do submit comments, they do not appear on your website until you have approved them. So that means that anyone submitting a comment, it'll have to get approved before it will appear on your website. So how do you do that? So if we go to the back end of your website, and let's scroll down, let's first take a look at how you can take comments off your posts. If you hover over Appearance and choose your theme options, that will take you through to the ePanel. Now from the ePanel you can choose Layout Settings, and on the single post layout you can choose whether you want to have comments enabled or not. So we're going to take that off and we're going to disable comments. If we now scroll down and save that, and we go back to our website and have a look at one of our posts, we'll see that a comments box has now disappeared. So if we scroll down to the bottom, there is now no longer an option for anyone to add comments. So we've removed the ability for people to add comments on our web page. Now that's fine, but what if you do want to allow them to post comments, but you just want to regulate that? So you want to authorize any comments first before they get published on your website, which is a very sensible option. To do that, we're going to go back. And first of all, we need to reactivate those comments. So let's go back to Appearance, Theme Options, Layout Settings, and let's just reactivate those. So once they're reactivated, we now need to just change some settings in our website to ensure that we moderate comments before they get published on our website. To do that, we're going to go to the Settings option, and let's choose Discussion. And from here we've got a whole range of settings relating to comments. So you can choose all sorts of different options, but the one we are interested in is down here. So before a comment appears, it must be manually approved. So if you ensure that box is ticked, that will ensure that no comments will be posted on your website until you approve them. Now how do you know when someone's posted a comment? Well, there's a section on your toolbar called Comments, and from here that will summarize all of the comments on that get submitted to your website, and you'll have the option to reply, you can edit, or you can reject it by putting it in the trash, or you can mark it as spam. Now you'll also receive an email notification once someone adds a comment onto your website, and that can be set if you go to Settings and General. As long as your email address is included in here, anytime someone submits a comment on your website, you'll be emailed and notified of that. So now you know how to allow comments and moderate them. A word of warning: comments can be used by spammers to spam your website, so I would think very carefully as to whether you really want to have comments on your website or not. Personally, I would recommend you encourage people to comment via your Facebook pages instead of on your website. However, it's obviously completely up to you. That is just our recommendation. So there we have an overview of how you can allow people to comment on your website and how you can moderate those.